Welcome to a 30-minute gentle hip opening stretch. This is perfect for anybody, especially those who find themselves sitting down throughout most of the day, which is something we all end up doing. So hopefully after the class, we're going to feel a little bit more loose and our hips won't feel so tight and we'll feel more mobile in our whole body. First, we're going to do hip circles. So we're going to go clockwise and just begin by feeling and using the hands to press on the knees as we rotate, feeling our sit bones connecting to the earth. Come to center, we will go counterclockwise. So leaning towards the right, really pressing into the knees so that we can elongate and reach up out of the hips. When we have tight hips, it's very hard for our spine to feel free. So targeting our hips is going to help develop flexibility and keep us from lower back pain. So again, don't worry about the breath and just keep circling. And then come to center. Okay, the next position is like a cat-cow, but we're going to be doing it seated. So you can put your hands on your shins, inhaling, we arch up, and then on the exhale, we flex forward, bring in our chin to meet our chest, inhaling up, and exhaling. A couple more times, inhale, and really use the hands as a lever to kind of once again pull and extend from the hips, reaching out to the top of the head. Exhaling, come spine. One more. And then exhaling. Okay, so again, this is a gentle flow. We're not really pushing too hard. Maybe we're feeling a bit tired and we don't have too much to give, but enough to where we can really relax. So we'll come to lying down on our back with our knees planted and begin to just rock the knees from left to right. Again, we want to feel like there is a lot of space in our hips so that they kind of swing from left to right. And again, this is going to help release lower back tension. This will help our knees and our ankles. If we have tightness in our hips, it's going to create a lot of imbalance in our legs, not only in our back. Okay. Knees together. And then extend the left leg. And we're going to come into Pawanmuktasana. So you can either interlace fingers and grab behind the knee, or if you want, you can go down toward your shin, or if you can go even towards the ankle. And again, we're going to reach through the bottom left leg as we pull with our hands our knee into our chest. Maybe adjust your head if you need. And then from here, we're going to hold the right leg with our right hand, and we're going to open the hips out to the right. Place your left hand on top of your left thigh. And if you want, we can get into the hip some more by flexing and pointing the feet. Now rotate the ankle counter, and then clockwise. You should feel this in your entire leg. Very good. Bring the knee back to center. Extend the right leg. Pull in the left knee, and once again, interlace where you feel comfortable. And really extending through the bottom right leg, grounding on the floor. We're pushing away with the right heel as we pull into our chest with our hands. And see if you can also relax. We're creating a lot of tension in the left leg now that the knee is in flexion. And see if the muscles around the knee can just relax. Hold the left knee or left shin, the left hand, and drop the hip towards the left. Again, we keep our right hand on top of the right thigh, or you can have it on the ground beside you. Start to flex and point the foot, working our ankle and knee. Rotate in one direction, the ankle, and go the opposite direction. Good. Now pull the knee back to center, extend both legs, and now bring in both knees to the chest and hug the knees. And we're going to bring our head to meet our knees. And from here, we're going to start to rock along the spine. So don't rock directly on the spine, but kind of towards the left and the right side. And making sure the neck is safe. We don't want to get too carried away, but we want to be mindful. And again, really targeting the space between our shoulders. Because even our shoulders, we have a tendency when we sit all day to slouch. So the hips affect everywhere else in the body and vice versa. If you have tight shoulders, this can also affect your hip mobility. So we want to target the entire body, but it helps to sometimes isolate and focus on one specific group of joints like we're doing today. Okay. Bringing the feet down. We're going to come into happy baby. So once again, we want to keep our lower back on the floor. We can hold the knees with our hands and then start to bring the feet up. You can interlace fingers and grab the big toes, or you can grab the outside of the feet. Whatever feels best for you. So again, our pelvis has a tendency to want to roll up, which is okay because when we were rocking, we can try even now in happy baby position, just to have some more dynamic movement. It's also good when we're doing static postures to kind of have some movement, not just always staying still. Once you moved around, come back to a static happy baby. And again, we're going to try to put the tailbone on the floor. And as we pull with our hands, our feet come down. And this is really opening up the insides of the thighs and the outside of the hips. And then maybe now we can just roll from right to left. Again, trying to massage our spine. This is more of a meditative practice, nothing too strenuous, more yin style. Come back to center. All right, and release the legs. Extend the feet, hands by the waist, and we're gonna lift the legs straight up. and just have a slight core position. This is going to help with our hip flexors. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the thighs, tightening the quadriceps. And then let's draw circles with our feet. Once again, targeting our hips. Go the opposite direction. And then we're going to go down, like keep making circles, like figure eights almost, as we bring the feet all the way to the floor. One more time. Okay. Now from here, we're going to draw kind of like we did before, but we're going to plant the foot and then drop the right foot out. So this is like tree position, but laying down. So you can just press gently with the hand on top of the right thigh and breathe. Nothing really to do here. In this sequence, we're allowing gravity to do most of the work. Just allow the body to soften on its own and take the time to explore, because usually we are holding tension in places we aren't aware of. So we need to relax and let go to discover what we've been holding on to. And then from here, we're going to bring the left knee in, bent, cross the right ankle above the left knee, and this is our figure 4. So we're going to pull with our hands the left shin in, and we're going to push away, starting from the right thigh, as we externally rotate and open the hips. So this is going to prepare for pigeon pose. This will be the peak. So stay here, and again, making sure the foot is not flexed, just allow it to loose. Allow it to be loose. Okay, so slowly extend the left leg, extend the right leg, bring the left foot in, drop it out towards the side. This is our tree position. Again, you can just place your hand. So we're really just trying to connect with our body, focusing on our breath and feeling the weight being pulled by gravity. Okay, so we'll bring left ankle over the right knee, squeeze the right thigh and shin together, and press our shoulders down, lower back stays down, and we're going to try to really press into the left ankle with the right thigh as the left hip opens. Making sure there's no tension in the face. We want to relax even while we are creating tension. Okay, slowly release the hands, release the legs, and we're going to come up to seated position. So this is Baddha Konasana, bound angle, and we can play at different distance between our heels and pubic bone. So let's start with like almost 90 degree. Pull against the shins so we can lift tall, and we're going to come forward. Relaxing, letting gravity do the work. Look up. See if we can pull forward by gripping the toes with the hands, shoulders dropping down. We're going to arch our spine like in cat-cow. And then come back to a normal, neutral position. Okay, so this is called fire log pose, Agni Stambhasana. So we have the left leg at a 90-degree angle, and this can be the position. We want to bend our right knee, and we can place the left ankle. We can place the right ankle on the left leg and come forward. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can move the right ankle just to right above the left knee. So let me show you. It looks like something like this. So basically like creating a square. You can have the ankle and the foot even off to the side. And then we fold forward. And again, just really release into the tension. Come up. And we'll do the opposite side. So the right leg comes down. Again, you can place the left ankle anywhere. You might have to, again, this is your practice. So you need to find where is your edge and try not to go past, just test it. And then fold forward. You can clasp the wrist behind your back. You can press the palms into the soles of the feet. Because they want to go out, but we're pressing in. This is going to give a little bit more wiggle room. And sometimes it's okay if you notice you forgot to breathe, because feelings in the hips can be overwhelming and it's hard to keep ourselves comfortable, which can result in us tensing up and holding our breath. So just make sure you notice your breathing. Okay, slowly come up. All right. And then from here, we're going to roll into downward dog, kind of as a counter stretch to all the hip opening. And from here, we're going to come to low lunge. Bring the right foot forward, left knee drops down. We're going to place our hands on our hips, kind of allowing the left thigh to relax as we strengthen our hip flexor on the right side, as the left leg goes into extension. You can look up. And then from here, walk the foot out towards the right, lizard. You can keep the hands firmly planted, arms extended, looking up, or bend the elbows, placing the hands on the floor, and dropping the head down. Again, targeting the insides of our thighs and hips, kind of like happy baby. Just relax. Coming up, and now pigeon pose. So you can try to, once again, find your edge. So you can bring the right heel in close towards your pubic bone, towards the right thigh, or you can try once again to have it straight, perpendicular to the back leg. And we can come up. And then fold forward. Bringing our hands down. And again, releasing the right leg. When you're ready, walk the hands in towards the body. Carefully move the right knee back. Come into downward dog. It's easy to notice the difference between the right and left side. So we bring our left foot forward. Right knee goes down. Come into low lunge here. And again, we have to be patient. Things take time, especially if we have tight hips. They open with consistency, built over time. But the good thing is we can also feel the effects immediately, which is what's going to give us the motivation to keep practicing. And it's progress we're after. Having goals is good, but they can backfire, especially when it comes to everyone's idea of what yoga is. Okay, from here, lizard, walk the left foot out. Again, you can keep the hands planted, arms extended and looking out, or bend the elbows and then come down. And again, we want to squeeze. See if you can bring the right thigh into the left. And we want to squeeze. So bring the left thigh into the left side. So we are working on adducting. The hip wants to go out, which is okay. But to create more resistance, we want to try to see if we can squeeze it in towards the body. Okay, press up, pigeon pose on the left side. So once again, it'll be easier to see from this angle. You can keep this leg perpendicular, or you can bring the foot in closer to the thigh. And this might take some pressure off the knee. And if it's too tight, please place a pillow, anything to support the right thigh. And then you can place the hands on the foot and knee. You can place them in front. And again, find that lifted spine. And then slowly walk our hands down, placing the head down and relax into the position. And slowly we'll press up, come to downward dog. We're going to drop our knees, swing the feet to the side, and come into our Savasana. Slowly start to wiggle fingers and toes, waking up the body. We prepare to greet the rest or the start of our day, feeling hopefully less tense in our hips and relaxed and calm. You can reach the hands overhead. Oh, one more stretch. Rolling over and coming up to our center. Okay. I hope you enjoyed today's class and your hips feel better and maybe you're fine and maybe your spine feels more free. Please consider liking and subscribing. I'm a new channel and I'm slowly growing, and it would mean a lot to me and give me good feedback, actually. So thank you for coming to today's class.